Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and this is your time machine going back to July 1st, 1978. How's everyone doing on this evening? Tonight, it was an afternoon game, July 1st, 1978. The Detroit Tigers defeated the New York Yankees by the score of 8 to 4. The Yankees coming off a most exciting win in last night's game. Three home run day by Greg Nettles, and the Yankees pulled off a big win along with an Oriole win over the Red Sox. They've actually cut the Red Sox lead to, I believe, 8.5 games. So as the umpires pass around, as the umpires go over the instructions with the managers, they've exchanged the lineup cards. Let's get your lineups for today's games. An afternoon game here at the stadium. Excellent weather conditions. For the visiting Tigers, it will be Ron LaFleur leading off in center, Lou Whitaker in second, Rusty Staub at your DH, Jason Thompson at first, Steve Kemp is in left, Milt May is behind the plate, Tim Corcoran in right field, Phil Mankowski at third, Alan Trammell at short, and on the mound, the veteran Jack Billingham. For the Yankees, again, kind of a lineup that's kind of been thrown together. Jay Johnstone in right, Thurman Munson behind the plate. He's back in the lineup. Greg Nettles at third base. He's going to get some. He's going to get some ovation. Chris Chambliss at first. Lou Piniella in left. Reggie Jackson's your DH. Gary Thomason's in center. Fred Stanley's at short. Damasco Garcia at second, and Andy Messersmith is on the mound. The Tigers won this one in real world by the score of 8 to 4. 8 runs, 13 hits, and 1 error, compared to the Yankees, 4 runs, 11 hits, and no errors. Andy Messersmith only went an inning plus. That's something to look at and see how we can see. Hopefully, he pitches better than that. Hopefully, the Yankees have a strong bullpen if something goes wrong. About 37,000 or so at the stadium. Bill Haller will call balls and strikes. Lou DeMauro at first, Ken Kaiser at second, and Mike Riley will be at your third base umpire. Let's get down to the field for opening day for the game here on July 1st, 1978. Here at Yankee Stadium again, ballpark singles go to die. It's a 1. Left-handed home runs are 1 to 15. Right-handed home runs is 1 to 8. Again, we're rolling our own dice. Manual entry. And we're playing Strat baseball. Let's get this game started. The Yankees come in with a record of 30. The Yankees come with a record of 42 and 33. The Tigers come in at 34 and 40. So let's go ahead as the Yanks take the field. It will be Piniella, Thomason, and Johnstone. Nettles, Stanley, Garcia, Chambliss, Munson back behind the plate. Andy Messersmith on the mound. He's 0-4. He basically only has 1 inning left that he can possibly give before he maxes out. So this would have been a typical 1 inning and get him out. And I think this will be his last. This will be his last outing as a New York Yankee. So we'll have to see after this who they put in the rotation, who comes up, who comes down. For the Yankees on their bench, they do have a pretty extensive bench. So there's a light bullpen. It's White, Dent, Johnson, Spencer, Blair, Heath, and Doyle. The Yankees will have Gossage and Lyle coming out of their bullpen. Ken Clay can also come out in long relief. He'll probably be getting loosened up real quick. So here we go. Let's get it started. Play ball here at the stadium. Ron LaFleur hitting .276, 2 home runs, and 39 runs batted in. Again, let the computer control the Tigers right now. As long as they don't make any stupid mistakes, let that continue. Munson ready to call strikes. He's ready. He puts down the sign. Here's the first pitch of the ball game to the outfielder, Ron LaFleur. And that's going to be a walk to LaFleur. He's on base. So LaFleur will go to first. Not the start you want as Andy Messersmith. Let's see if they want to run. Here's Lou Whitaker hitting .251, 1 home run, 17 runs batted in. LaFleur trying to steal. And a hit and run for Lou Whitaker. Goes up the middle for a base hit. LaFleur around second. He'll go to third. And the Tigers started off going first to third on the hit and run. There's no dice throw on that. The computer automatically automates the hit and run. run, and that was a positive. So Whitaker with the hit and run hit, first and third, nobody out, and here is Rusty Staub. So not the start Andy Messersmith wanted. I guess you can see why he only won an inning. Messersmith from the stretch, Staub up for the Tigers. 318 hitter, 15 home runs, 54 runs batted in. Whitaker trying to get a lead. So the Yankees are playing the infield back, willing to give up a run. Messersmith from the stretch, big pitch of this early game. And that's going to be a base hit for Rusty Staub. That'll go through to the right-hand side. Here goes LaFleur. He'll score easy. Whitaker will go to third without a throw, and the Tigers remain first and third, nobody out. 1-0 Tigers. So the Tigers opening up an early lead. Here's Jason Thompson. 326, 22 homers, 54 runs batted in. Yankees will play the infield back, looking for two, giving up a run. Messersmith from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a walk, and the bases are now loaded. So that's not helping. Billy Martin, has Ken Clay throwing in the bullpen. This could be an ugly outing for the Yankees. Bases loaded, nobody out for Kemp, hitting .271, 8 home runs, 38 runs batted in. Messersmith looking in from the stretch, needs to work his way out of this one. Here's the pitch to Kemp. And that's going to be a drive. Could go far. That could go deep. And this ball is going to be gone. Steve Kemp, right field. Johnstone back, way back and gone. And immediately tires out Andy Messersmith. So the Tigers, with a 5 spot here in the first, have dusted off Greg Nettles' 3 home run game from yesterday, and have come out swinging with a 5 spot here in the first. Here is Milt May. This would be poetic justice for Messersmith going out and basically being done. But let's see if I can get him through this. Here is Milt May. He's the catcher. May up now. And, of course, I play inside pitch rules. With the fatigue dot comes out, I do have to take him out. 219, 6 home runs, 27 runs batted in. So Messersmith looks in. My, oh my, this got ugly fast. Messersmith to May and the first pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball up the middle. Good thing no injuries. That will be Garcia. Makes the play, and you actually get a first out. Here's Tim Corcoran hitting .299, no home runs, 17 runs batted in. Messersmith looks in with the windup, and the pitch to the left-handed hitting Tim Corcoran. And that's going to be a ballpark single, and nope. Almost, though, 111. You're going to get it on a 1, but a 4 will be denied. And that'll be Damasco Garcia on out number 2. Here's Phil Mankowski hitting .307, 2 home runs, 11 runs batted in. Left-handed hitter with some power, good pop. He's a platoon guy with Aurelio Rodriguez at third. Messersmith with the windup and pitch to Mankowski. And that's going to be a ground ball hit toward first. That is going to be Chris Chambliss. Chambliss, a 2-4, takes it to the bag himself, and that is it. 5 spot for the Tigers in the first. They growl first. 5-0 Tigers going to the bottom of the first inning here at Tiger Stadium. Holy cow. Jason Henke, how you doing? Welcome in. Thank you for coming on board. We're just started here, kind of a late start. July 1st, 1978 ball game tonight. This is right in the mix. Today, tomorrow will be a doubleheader action. So the Sunday doubleheader will have both games here. So let's go and get things rock and roll and see if the Yankees can fight back. Here is J. Johnstone hitting .250, 1 home run, 4 runs batted in. Jack Billingham on the mound for the Tigers, a 5-run lead. He's 5-7, 4.58 ERA, so he has not been great. 102 hits over 92 innings, 26 walks, 33 strikeouts. He's given up 9 home runs. The outfield for the Tigers, Kemp in left, LaFleur in center, Corcoran in right, not your best. Mankowski at third, Tremel and Whitaker up the middle, Thompson at first. You got 4s on the corner. Milt May behind the plate, and on the mound, the veteran J. Johnstone. See if the Yankees can make this a ball game and make this a softball game. May puts down the sign, Billingham the windup. Here's the pitch to Johnstone. And Johnstone, fly ball hit in the center field. That will be LaFleur makes the first catch of the ball game here in the first inning. Here's the captain, Thurman Munson, 291, 6 home runs, 31 RBIs. Finally back in the lineup. Not sure why. He was not. I don't think he was ever IL'd. May puts down the sign. Billingham with the windup and the pitch. And that, Munson may have just sent this. Oh, no, he did not. My, oh, my. That will go off the top of the wall, 425 feet away up top of the wall. Munson missed a home run by a foot. He hit it to Death Valley center field. Munson around second. He's going to try for third and is there. So Thurman Munson misses a home run because he rolled the 20. It was a home run, 1-19, actually against a right-handed pitcher. That would have been only a single because he's a W versus a righty, so he gets the break, he gets the triple, and now he's on at third with 1 out. So Munson catches the break, otherwise that would have been a single. And here is Nettles. He's getting a standing ovation after last night's game. 287, 16 home runs, 53 RBIs, and after the 3 home run game from yesterday, including the walk-off. Billingham from the stretch, 5-0 Tigers, 1 out in the first. Here's the pitch to Nettles. And that's going to be a base hit for Nettles. He has himself yet another run batted in. Nettles run batted in. Munson scores. Yankees on the board. It's 5-1. Here is Chris Chambliss, 287, 5 home runs, 31 runs batted in. Chambliss, a left-handed hitter. Billingham from the stretch. Runner on first and 1 out, pitch to Chris. And Chambliss a base hit to right field. The Yankees are not gonna watch this one. They're not gonna watch this one sitting down. Unlike the current New York Yankee team, this team is gonna fight back. Holy cow. So Chris Chambliss gets himself to 310. That will be a single in the right field. Nettles will stop at second. First and second, 1 out. And here's Lou Piniella, 322, 1 home run, 32 RBIs. He needs some home runs to get to his pace, so let's see if Lou can maybe crank one for me here. May puts down the sign. Billingham from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a ballpark. Oh, that's going to be a 6-12. That is going to be a splitty city for a hit. 1-2 single. A 17 will be a line drive to Tremmel. So with 2 outs, here is Reggie. 285, 20 home runs, 63 RBIs. Boy, if you ever want Reggie hit a big home run, this would be it. May puts down the sign. Billingham from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Oh, struck him out. He had the column he wanted, but he struck him out. Yankees strand 2. At the end of 1, it's 5-1 Tigers. So Tremmel, LaFleur, Whitaker, the bat for the Tigers here in the second. Munson puts down the sign again. Messersmith working with the fatigue dots. So here we go. Messersmith, the windup and pitch to Tremmel. 1-7 fly ball center field. That will be a play for Gary Thomason makes the catch. Now this is the point where I don't mind Alan Tremmel or Andy Messersmith going over his max innings he had with the Yankees, just because if I can get a little more length from him, that would be fine. Munson puts down the sign. Messersmith with the windup. Here's the pitch to LaFleur. He got on base and scored in the first. The pitch to LaFleur and a walk. Here we go again. So LaFleur is on again for the second time with a walk. Here is Whitaker, 1-for-1 run scored, and there goes LaFleur. The throw is not in time. So a stolen base for Ron LaFleur. Goes to second base. 1 man out. Here's Whitaker. So Whitaker comes up 1-for-1 with a run scored. Runner on second, 1 out. Messersmith from the stretch and the pitch. And that's a base hit to left field. So 2 hits for Whitaker. Probably will score LaFleur from second. And it will. They're going to throw for the lead runner. They're going to hope for a throw at the plate. Here's the throw. No, up the line. Piniella's throw was not even close. Whitaker will go up to second. And the Tigers lead it 6-1. So is that going to be all? Clay is ready, but they don't want him. Oh, with all those lefties in that lineup. Jesus. Putting Ken Clay in there will be like batting practice. Rusty Staub, 1-for-1 with an RBI. Yankees need another lefty to balance these Tigers out, and they don't have one. Munson sets the target. Messersmith from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Staub, and Staub just said, oh, he missed it though. Holy cow. Deep to right field is Staub. This could be a long home run. Back goes Johnstone. Back. No, it's brought back in by Johnstone. A jumping catch. And Whitaker is going to try to go for third. He's out. Oh, no. Johnstone threw a strike to third, and Whitaker had a hole. 2 away. If it was a 20, he would have been thrown out. So Whitaker was going to test the arm on Jay Johnstone, but he threw a strike. So with 2 outs in the second, here's Jason Thompson now. Let's see if Messersmith can redeem himself. 6-1 Tigers, 2 out in the second. Messersmith from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And that's a walk. Oh, that doesn't help. So another walk puts Thompson at first base. And now here's Steve Kemp. Grand slam home run his first time up. He has a chance for a big day. First and second, 2 outs. Munson puts down the sign. Messersmith from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And that's a strikeout for Andy Messersmith. Good job. Gets out of the inning. Tigers get a run, but they strand 2. It's 6-1 Tigers. Bottom the second. Gary Thomason hitting .254, 5 home runs, 28 runs batted in. Will bat left-hand again with Rivers on the DL. Thomason seeing most of the action in center. Billingham with the windup and pitch to Thomason. And that's a strikeout for Gary Thomason. Struck him out, 1 away. The veteran right-hander, Jack Billingham. Here is Fred Stanley hitting .214. No homers, 7 runs batted in. Billingham with the windup and pitch to Stanley. And that's going to be a fly ball hit in the center field. That will be Gary. That would be Ron LaFleur. LaFleur over to his right, makes the catch, and there's 2 outs for Damasco Garcia. Hitting .263, no homers, no RBIs. He's seeing a lot of the action right now with Randolph on the DL. May puts down the target. Billingham the windup and the pitch. 2-7 base hit Damasco Garcia. So Damasco Garcia with a single to right brings the top of the order for Jay Johnstone. Now let's see, does Damasco Garcia have some speed in him? And he doesn't. He stays at first. Billingham throws over to keep him close. Here's Johnstone. He's 0 for 1. Billingham from the stretch. Garcia on at first. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a pop-up the second. Whitaker will be there. Backs up a couple steps. Makes the catch. And the side is retired. 1 Yankee is left. It's 6-1 Tigers going to the third. It's here in the third inning. Thank you all who have come out tonight a little later on this evening game. Please go ahead and like, subscribe if you have not been here before, want to continue watching. This is the 1978 Strat Matic daily replay where we follow the actual day schedule in from the book. So this is July 1st, 1978. We're also playing the 1990 Bronx Zoo Yankee replay. That's also on the channel. That's just random games, probably playing a game per series. Top of the third, here is Milt May, followed by Corcoran and Mankowski. So Messersmith on the mound. Here's a pitch to May. And that's going to be a base hit for May. He's got his first hit of the ball game. Tigers with their 5th hit of the ball game. It's 6-1. And here's Tim Corcoran, who's 0 for 1. So let's see if Messersmith can hold his own here from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Corcoran. And that's going to be a ground ball third, not hit hard enough. Nettles will go to second. That's all. Corcoran will beat the throw. So wait a minute. It was a 2. What do you call it? 2. Oh, no. Okay. Let's see. Let's do that. Let's do a line drive. Sorry about that. Let's go ahead and undo that last play. Again, we're doing manual entry. So manual entry was 2-11. Again, it was a soft ground ball to Nettles. And gets the fielder's choice. There's 1 away. And now here's Phil Mankowski. He's 0 for 1. Messersmith from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Mankowski. And Mounkowski hits a ground ball to Chambliss. Perfectly played. He's going to go to short, back to first, and a 3-6-3 inning-ending double play. Bottom of the third, 6-1 Tigers. Here's Munson, legged out a triple his last time up. And that was actually his second triple, so he has more triples than he had in his actual 1978 campaign. So in Billingham, he basically got, well, he was funny was 410 is a home run, 1-19, triple 20, because he rolled the 20, he got the triple. Because he was an N home run, he would have probably only got the single if he rolled the 410 again, and he would not have got credit for the home run. So he actually got the break there by rolling the 5% triple. Billingham, the windup, the Munson, and the pitch. 112 for Thurman. That's a pop up to short. That will be Trammell. He'll wait for this one, make the catch, and there's one out in the third. Here's Nettles, 1-for-1 RBI. Boy, he continues to have a hot bat. Billingham, the windup, and pitch to Nettles. And Nettles, fly ball to right. Not as deep as last night. Corcoran is there, backs up a couple steps, makes the catch, and there's 2 outs, and here's Chambliss, 1-for-1 with a single. Billingham with a windup and pitch to Chambliss. 6-5, fly ball to center. It looks like we'll have a good inning for Jack Billingham. That will be LaFleur, and he got it, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for Jack Billingham. We played 3, 6-1 Tigers. Baltimore. It is the Red Sox 2, Orioles 1. The Red Sox with the lead. Yankees can't afford to lose any ground, so this will be a situation when the Yankees would like to make a comeback or hope the Orioles can help them. Here is Trammell. He's 0-for-1. Messersmith in his 4th inning of work. Here is the windup and the pitch. And that's a ground ball hit to second. Again, no fatigue dot, so he does not have to come out. Garcia throws him out, 1 away. Here is Ron LaFleur. What is Messersmith's point of weakness? Is he a 5? He is a 5. So he will max out at 5 since he's fatigued if he does not hit the fatigue dot before them. Munson puts down the sign. Messersmith with the windup to LaFleur. He's walked twice and scored twice. Here's the pitch. And that will be a strikeout for Andy Messersmith. Good job there by the veteran. And there's 2 outs here in the 4th. Here's Lou Whitaker, 2-for-2. With an RBI is this young man. Good young-looking second baseman along with his counterpart at short. Messersmith with the windup and pitch to Whitaker. 4-7. Again, he dodged the dot. That's good. Ground ball hit to second. That's hit at Garcia. He's got it. Flips to the first. No, he could not make the play. That's an E4. So Whitaker reaches, giving an extra out. Now to Rusty Staub, who's 1-for-2. He has an RBI so far. Messersmith looks in. Whitaker now at first with 2 outs and the pitch. And that will be a ground ball hit toward first. Good play by Chambliss. Snuffs it out. Takes it to the bag himself. And the side is retired. We go to the bottom of the 4th. 6-1 Tigers. 6-5-0 for the Tigers. 1-4-1 for the Yanks. Kemp with a slam back in the first. Here's Piniella, followed by Jackson and Thomason for the Yanks here in the bottom of the 4th inning. May puts down the target. Jack Billingham with a windup and pitch to Piniella. And Piniella, fly ball left field. That is not deep, I don't think. Oh, it's a question mark. A couple dots. Kemp will go back a few, makes the catch, and there's 1 away, and here's Reggie. 284, 0-for-1 in the ball game. Reggie needs to get some of that power back here. May puts down the target. Jack Billingham looks in. The windup and pitch to Jackson. And Jackson's a fly ball hit in the right field. He skied it deep. Corcoran is back toward the track, makes the catch, and there's 2 outs. And here's Gary Thomason. He's 0-for-1 so far. Billingham looks in, seems to be under control right now. Here's a full windup by the veteran right-hander Billingham to Thomason. 1-4 is going to be a ballpark single. You know that's only a 1. That's an 8. That is going to be a line drive right at Whitaker for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down, go to Yanks. Let's go to the top of the 5th. It's 6-1 Tigers here at Yankee Stadium. Taking a second here just to Regroup. Thompson, Kemp, and May to bat for the Tigers here in the fifth. Still 2-1 Red Sox in Baltimore. So Messersmith on the mound. Munson behind the plate. Messersmith with the full windup and the pitch. 3-11 ground ball hit toward first. That will be, again, Chambliss. He's got it. Takes it to the bag himself. One away. Here's Steve Kemp. So this will be the last inning for Messersmith one way or the other. Munson puts down the sign. Messersmith with the windup and pitch to Kemp. And Kemp, base hit right field. So there's a base hit for Kemp. So that's a base hit right field. He's 2 for 3. Base hit number 6 for the Tigers. Here's Milt May. He's 1 for 2 so far. He's the catcher. He plays in a kind of a platoon system with Lance Parrish. Munson sets the target. Messersmith from the stretch. Runner on first and 1 out. The pitch to May. And that's a strikeout for Andy Messersmith. Does a nice job. Keep maybe saving the Yankee bullpen from needing 24 outs. I mean, yeah, they're still going to have to get 6, 7, 8, 9, still probably 12 outs out of their bullpen. But at least they kept it within 5 runs. 2 outs here, top of the fifth, runner on first. Messersmith looks in from the stretch, the pitch to Corcoran. And that's going to be a ground ball back to first again. Chambliss has got it, takes it to the bag himself, and the side is retired. So Andy Messersmith comes off the mound. Munson pats him on the shoulder. Billy gives him a good pat, probably says, "You're done. You're going to be DFA'd once this game's over, but thank you, Andy." So he's done for the day. We'll give you his numbers just in case you want to know. 5 innings for Messersmith. 6 innings, 6 hits, 6 runs. 4 walks, 3 strikeouts, and the grand slam home run to Steve Kemp. 6-1 Tigers, bottom of the fifth. So Stanley, Garcia, Johnstone, the bat for the Yanks here. I wouldn't have probably done that with Messersmith, but since he is at his last outing probably of the season and innings-wise, I don't really want to blow him up that much further since he's probably going to be off the roster. May puts down the sign. Billingham with the windup. And that's why they probably go to Dave Racich tomorrow. He's probably going to be replacing Messersmith off that roster. So Billingham looks in. And the pitch to Fred Stanley. Opening up the bottom of the 5th inning. And there it is. There's a base hit for the Chicken. So Fred Stanley with a big hit. That's going to go all the way to the wall. So Fred Stanley has a chance to run this one out. Past Kemp and LaFleur. Stanley around second. He's going for third and makes it standing. Stand-up triple for Fred Stanley. So a big start for the Yankees here in the 5th. And here's Garcia, 1 for 1. Tigers playing the infield back. Run doesn't mean much. You're still up by 5. May puts down the sign. Billingham from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Garcia. And that's a walk. So now the Yankees with 2 runners on. They're making this kind of a game here. First and third, nobody out for Jay Johnstone. Again, you have to go past the 7th inning before we can start pinch hitting people. Johnstone will swing here. May puts down the sign. Billingham from the stretch. First and third, nobody out, and the pitch. And that's a popped up. Oh, Jay Johnstone knew it. He'll throw the bat down. That will be Whitaker. He'll wait for it to come down, make the catch, and there's 1 big out. And now here's the Capitan, Thurman Munson, 1 for 2, tripled early on and scored. So here we go. First and third, 1 out. May puts down the target. Billingham looks in from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Munson. And that's going to be a ground ball hit to short. That could be a double play ball. Let's see how easy it is. Trammell to his left. He gets it. Gets the double play. What a play by Trammell. Gave it to Whitaker. Went over to Thompson for the 6-4-3. That is an outstanding young double play combination. We played 5 here at the stadium. Tigers 6, Yankees 1. So the Yankees will now call out probably be Ken, you know what, with all the lefties out there. He's been used. I hate the Ken Clay's now to come out and hopefully doesn't get bombed here. So Clay will. He's 3-3, 5.51 ERA, 47 innings pitched, 66 hits in those 47 innings. So it's not been all good. Mankowski will swing. Clay from the windup and the pitch. 4-8 and a base hit. That's why I don't like that card. That 4 column against lefties is all hits. And there's a hit for Mankowski, and here's Alan Trammell. Runner on first, nobody out for Trammell. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game. Clay from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a struck him out. Big strikeout for Ken Clay. Big out for Kenny there. 1 out in the 6th. And here is Ron LaFleur. 0 for 1. 2 walks, 2 runs scored. Munson puts down the sign. Ken Clay working from the stretch. Runner on first and 1 out. Pitch to LaFleur. And LaFleur, ground ball to third. Let's see if they could turn a double play on this. That's hit at Nettles. Let's see if he goes around the horn. He does. 5, 4, 3. Nettles to Garcia the Chambliss. So the inning is over. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's 6-1 Tigers. MB Strat, how you doing? Welcome in. Yeah, exactly. His card against lefties just is like, ugh. Don't like it at all. Mr. Mike, Mr. MB Strat, thank you for coming. Yeah, first was a very bad first inning, a Steve Kemp grand slam. And Andy Messersmith, who only had an inning left really out of his total innings worked for that year, he got lit up like a taco stand. But I left him in there until he was already fatigued by Stratomatic rules. But I left him in there until he would hits a fatigue dot. And since he didn't, I decided to leave him in there for his 5. So he gave the Yankees some relief at least. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. Yankees down by 5. Nettles comes up, and of course, he had the 3 home run game from last night. And we playing the exact day in history. That was June the 30th, 1978. Nettles a 3 home run game, including the walk-off versus the Tigers in last night's ball game. That, along with the Gary Thomason home run on the Ron Guidry 19 strikeout game. He didn't have all the strikeouts, but Gary Thomason provided the dramatic with a big come from behind home run against the Angels that night. Again, some things you remember doing this replay, and some things are just come vividly, loud and clear. Here's Nettles, 1 for 2 at the ribby. Billingham still on the mound, in for his 6th inning of work. Here's a pitch to Nettles. Nettles, fly ball right field, going to go back a couple steps. Corcoran will go back a couple steps, makes the catch, and there's 1 away. Here's Chris Chambliss. He's 1 for 2. He's been busy as a defender today, playing great. 1 for 2 as a hitter. May puts down the sign. Billingham with the windup and pitch to Chambliss. And Chambliss with a line drive base hit. That'll go to the right-hand side. Big hit for Chris. That's his 2nd hit of the ball game, putting a Yankee base runner on. Yankees kind of want to get to this Tiger bullpen. It's not like they're lights out or anything. And really the only people they can use out of their bullpen right now is Crawford and Foucault. So there's only 2 guys they really can use. Hiller was abused out of that bullpen last night, I believe it was. Pitched like 4+ innings, pitched so well. But unfortunately, he was done. So here is Piniella. Piniella 0 for 2. Billingham from the stretch. Piniella needs a big hit here. Let's see if he can find one. Here's the pitch to Lou. And ground ball hit hard to second. Good play by Whitaker. Only play he has is the first. Chambliss will go to second. And there's 2 away. Here is Reggie. Reggie's 0 for 2. You can tell Reggie has struggled. Let's look inside the numbers here, as Yankee Stadium provides you tonight's inside the New York Yankees. So Reggie Jackson so far as a performer in this league, he's been struggling, let's say from the 17th of the month. On the 18th of the month, he was 3 for 4 with 2 runs scored. But then he's gone 1 for 3, 1 for 3, 1 for 3. Then he went hitless in 7 at-bats. Then he was 1 for 4, 0 for 3. 1 for 4, 0 for 4, 1 for 4, 0 for 3. So nothing totally exciting, you can say. On that 3-for-4 night, it looks like he had the 2 home runs. Otherwise, he's only hit 2 home runs over the last couple weeks. So to me, I think he's really kind of struggling. Average is coming down. He used to be over 300, but now it's coming down. He's down to 282 with 20 home runs. So Billingham from the stretch. We're back to baseball. Runner on second and 2 outs. Billingham to Jackson. 2-8, and that's gone. Reggie tells me to shut up and sit down. Deep drive to right field. This could go. Back goes LaFleur. Gone. Jackson, a big home run. Yankees are back in this ball game. It's 6-3. Reggie around third. Every time a Yankee hits a home run, hey, Reggie Jackson, this bud's for you. So 6-3 Tigers in the 6th. 2-run blast by Reggie. He hit that all on his own. No ballpark needed. And now it's a 6-3 ball game. Now here's Gary Thomason. So Yankees trying to fight back here with 2 outs in the 6th. Billingham for the windup. Here's the pitch to Gary Thomason. And, oh, he struck him out. Side is retired. He struck him out. Yankees get 2 on a Jackson home run. It's 6-3 Tigers going to the 7th. Yankees need this game. So I'm going to Lyle here. I have to have a lefty who can get all these lefty Tigers out. Lyle was 2-5, 5 saves, 3.12 ERA. Again, he's been used quite a bit. This is before the All-Star break, and he's definitely over budget, as they say. 71 hits over 61 innings. So let's see what he does. Top of the 7th, 6-3. Both teams with 7 hits. Big home run is the Kemp grand slam. Back in the 1st. Lyle with the windup. Here's the pitch to Whitaker. He's 2 for 3, and there's a walk. Lyle does not need to be doing that versus left-handed hitters. So a walk to Whitaker, and now here's Staub. He's 1 for 3 at the RBI. Lyle from the stretch. Runner on first, nobody out. Here's the pitch. 1-5's a walk. Oh, Lyle, what are you doing? Jesus. Nope, wrong play. Let's go ahead and undo that one. That's the power we have. We can undo that one. So back to a 1-5 for Staub, and that's a walk. So base, that's going to be 2 on, nobody out, thanks to Lyle and his walks. And now here's Jason Thompson. Again, he's a better hitter against right-handed pitching. Let's see, Lyle needs to make this work. He needs to get a double play, induce ground ball. Thompson still with great power versus lefties because of the ballpark we're in. Lyle from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Jason Thompson. And that's going to be a ground ball hit towards second. Damasco Garcia's got it. He'll go to first, and that will be second and third for the Tigers. Big chance now. The Yankees will bring the infield in. So Nettles and Stanley on the dirt. Garcia and Chambliss on the dirt. And here is Steve Kemp. 2 for 3, including a grand slam. Lyle looks in, gets the sign from Munson. Second and third, 1 out, and the pitch to Lyle. And as a ground ball hit to second, Garcia snuffs it out. Great play by Garcia. He'll hold the runner, throw the first, and there's 2 outs. What a play by Garcia. So with 2 outs, and now here's Milt May. This is where you may want to put in Parrish, but do you want to do that right now or not? Because you're not probably gonna put in Gossage. That's the only person left out of this Yankee bullpen is Gossage right now, and he's not gonna come in the 7th with 2 outs. I don't think, not yet. So they bring in Parrish here. You might well see a swap here. So you have so many guys on this bench who can absolutely destroy lefties. So Parrish, a 221 hitter, do you leave a better overall hitter in May? We'll let May swing. Second and third, 2 outs. Hopefully we don't hit the column for Parrish. I would think that would be the choice. They didn't pinch hit for him on the game, so they would have left him in there. Munson sets. Lyle lefty-lefty matchup. Here we go, and the swing. 4-7, ground ball hit to second. Big play for Damasco Garcia. Can he get to it? Up the middle. He's got it. Oh, it goes through for a base hit and scores both runs. That was a base hit. It was just hit really hard up the middle. Garcia couldn't even get to it. Hit for Milt May. Scores 2, and the Tigers now have erupted, making it an 8-3 ball game. And thanks to Sparky Lyle's 2 walks, The Tigers have added 2. Lyle now from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Corcoran. And that's going to be a line drive to second, and the side is retired. But the Tigers add 2 in the 7th. 8-3 Tigers going to the bottom of the 7th. It's 7th inning stretch time here at the stadium. Here we go. All right, now let's see if the Yankees can fight this one back. Well, we got a nice crowd here tonight. Appreciate everyone coming in. Please go ahead and like and subscribe if you have not yet. Again, this is a nightly project that I usually am on here sometime during the day or night. So tomorrow, doubleheader. It's a Sunday fun day doubleheader. Yankees and Tigers, Righetti and Racich. I believe Racich is making his major league debut. I believe he was the pitcher and I was traded for Dave Righetti. Back to the Rangers. So bottom of the 7th, 8-3 Tigers. It'll be Stanley, Garcia, Johnstone, or some pinch hitters against Jack Billingham still out there. So Stanley tripled his last time up. Let's see if they can do something else. May puts down the sign. Billingham looks in. Here's the pitch to Stanley. 1-4 is going to be a little looper in the center field in front of LaFleur. No, big catch by LaFleur. That was called closing speed. Actually, Kemp makes the catch, but my original story was LaFleur coming in. But 1 out in the 7th. Here's Damasco Garcia. He's 1 for 1 with a walk. Do we keep him out there? He seems to be holding his own offensively, but I don't really want Brian Doyle out there as of yet. He's going to become a big, huge part of this team at some point. May puts down the sign. Billingham with the windup. Here is the pitch to Garcia. And he fly ball hit in the center field. That won't be deep enough. That will be an out. That will be Corcoran with the catch, and there's 2 outs. Here's Jay Johnstone. He's 0 for 3. Billingham looks in the windup. Here's the pitch to Johnstone and the pitch. And that's going to be hit by pitch. Oh, my. So Johnstone will go to first. He got hit by the Billingham right-hander, so he goes to first with 2 outs. Gives the Yankees a chance. And here's Munson, 1 for 3 of the triple. Mentioned it before, had the 5%, 95% chance at a home run. Would have been a single, but because he rolled the 20, got the triple instead. May puts down the sign. Billingham from the stretch. Runner on first. 2 out. Pitch to Thurman. Thurman Munson popped to short. That should do it. Popped up to Thompson. Makes the catch, and the side is retired. Yankees strand 1. It's 8-3 Tigers going to the 8th inning. Still trying to get things motoring, people, and get things going. And hopefully the Yankees can pull this one out. So Mancowski, Tremmel, and LaFleur. So here is Mancowski. Lyle will stay in there. He might as well stay out there and absorb the innings. Munson behind the plate. Lefty-lefty matchup. Here's a pitch to Mancowski. And that's a ground ball hit to short. Hit at Stanley. Let's see if Stanley gets this one to short. He's got it. Throws him out and does one away. Here's Tremmel. He's 0 for 3. 1 out in the 8th. Lyle looks in, gets a sign from Munson, and the pitch to Tremmel. And that's going to be, let it finally stop. It's going to be, a base hit on a 4-8. That is going to be a 5. That's a double for Tremmel. His first hit of the ball game is for extra bases. So extra base hit for Tremmel. 1 out double, and here's LaFleur. 0 for 2 and 2 runs scored. Lyle again. This is one of the right-handers of the lineup that can sting Lyle a little bit. From the stretch, runner on second, 1 out, and the pitch. And that's going to be a walk. So LaFleur walks. Now Lyle's really all over the place here. Hopefully he's not going to tire on me. Here is Whitaker, 2 for 3 of the RBI. 8th inning, 1 out. Again, they don't really have anybody else out of this bullpen besides Gossage. And I hate to waste Goose here. Munson puts down the sign. Lyle from the stretch. He needs to work his way out of this. Whitaker's 2 for 3 in the RBI. Here's the pitch. 3-5. That's a base hit for Whitaker. So these young Tigers come out hitting, and that's a line drive in the gap for a base hit for Whitaker. Trammell will score. LaFleur will go to third. He's held, and the Tigers open up a 9-3 lead. And now here is Staub, 1 for 3 in the RBI. The lefties are supposed to be stopping him. Lyle is getting cooked here. First and third, 1 out. Got to look at this. Got to look at the team here real quick. Is there anyone else that can come out? Gossage is the only other reliever. Don't like to do that at all. First and third, 1 out. Lyle from the stretch. Need to work your way out of it, Spark. Here you go. Ground ball to first, and the infield is not in. This should be a double play ball. Chambliss to Stanley, back to Chambliss. 3-6-3. So Tigers get 1 in the 8th. It's 9-3 Tigers going to the bottom of the 8th. 9-10-0 for Detroit. 3-7-1 for the Yanks. Nettles, Chambliss, and Piniella will bat against Billingham here in the 8th. May puts down the sign. Billingham, the windup and pitch to Nettles. And Nettles, guess what? Fly ball, right field, and deep. Nettles is going to have his 4th home run in 2 games. Back goes LaFleur, and it is gone. So Nettles, 4th home run in the last 2 games. He goes around third every time a Yankee hits a home run. Hey, Greg Nettles, take your beer, bud. That's your 4th in 2 games. It's 9-4 Tigers. So Nettles jacks another one. Boy, those insurance runs by the Tigers are looking big. Now 9-4, and here's Chambliss. So Chambliss steps up, 2 for 3 of the runs scored. Billingham looks in, stays in this game. Here's the pitch to Chambliss. And Chambliss, a ground ball hit toward first. That's hit at Jason Thompson. He'll take it to the bag himself, and out number 1. Here is Piniella. He's 0 for 3. Lou needs to pick up the bat now. Here's May. Goes out, talks to Billingham. Probably give the Tiger bullpen some. If they bring the bullpen out, I'll be happy. May puts down the sign. Billingham from the windup to Piniella. And that's going to be a fly ball left field. That could be trouble. That's going to be hit towards Steve Kemp. Let's see if Kemp can come up with this. He charges, and he's out. What a catch by Kemp, and he's a 4. Holy cow. And now here's Reggie. Reggie's 1 for 3. Had a home run his last time up. For Reggie Jackson, that was home run number 21, RBI 65. Home run in 2 ribbies. So Jackson steps up, left-handed hitter, 2 outs, 9-4 Tigers. Billingham, the windup and pitch to Jackson. And Jackson, fly ball right field. He just got under it. That will be Corcoran. Makes the catch, and that is the last out. 9-4 Tigers going to the 9th. Sparky Lyle's going to have to suck it up and stay out here. So he'll stay. He'll probably won't be available for the doubleheader tomorrow, at least not game 1. Munson puts down the sign. That would be that would be Guidry anyway. Racich would pitch the second game of the doubleheader. Munson puts down the sign. Lyle lefty matchup, and the pitch to Thompson, and that will be a ground ball hit toward third, and that's hit at Nettles. He got it to his left. Throws him out in a good play there. 1 away. Here's Kemp, 2 for 4, including a grand slam back in the first. Lyle with the windup. Here's the pitch to Kemp. Kemp, and base hit Kemp. It's a line drive up the middle for a base hit. That'll drop. Kemp on the first. He has 3 hits in this ball game. Base hit number 11 for the Tigers. Here's May. He had the dagger, as they called it. 2 for 4, couple RBIs, including the big hit the last time up. Lyle from the stretch. Here's the pitch to May. May, and that's a base hit. Lyle just gets lit up. That's not good. Base hit May. That's his 3rd hit of the ball game. Kemp stops at second, and there's 2 on and 1 out for Tim Corcoran, who's 0 for 4. This is where the Tigers not pinch hitting here helps us. First and second, 1 out, 9-4 ball game. Lyle from the stretch with 1 out and the pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball hit to first, back toward Chambliss. Only play he has is to first. The runners move up, and there's 2 outs. Kemp goes to third, May to second. Second and third, 2 outs. Tigers lead 9-4, 2 outs, top of the 9th. And now here's Phil Mankowski again. Good position for Lyle right now because Mankowski doesn't usually hit lefties. Munson puts down the sign. Lyle just needs one more pitch. Here's the pitch. And he struck him out. Big strikeout for Lyle, and he's done. That's the final for Lyle. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Detroit 9, Yankees 4. See if the Yankees have a rally in their bones. We come back right after this. Lyle, 3 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned, 3 walks, 1 strikeout. So now we go to the bottom of the 9th. Yankees down 5. Will be Thomason, Stanley, Garcia, or some pinch hitters. Thompson will swing for himself. He should be able to hit better than he has been. May puts down the sign. Billingham still out there. Here is the windup to Gary Thomason. And there she goes. Deep to right field is Thomason. Way back, far, and gone. LaFleur, gone. Yankees have cut this game to 9-5. So Thomason hits a home run. That's number 6 for Thomason. He's around third, and every time a Yankee hits a home run, hey, Gary Thomason, this bud's for you. And the Yankees cut this to 9-5. Here's Fred Stanley. He's been hot as a Yankee. He's only hitting .220, but I like his bat sometimes a lot better. But let's see who's on this bench. Well, White can hit. I like White a lot better. So White will come in. I still got Dent. So White will come in. He'll pinch hit here. He see if he can turn around Billingham a little bit. Oh, no, wait a minute. No. Normally that would be the call to make. Oh, Thomason. Great. I need to have the home run back. Damn it. 1-9. Hang on. Need to do the home run. Need to do the home run replay for Gary Thomason again. 13. There it is. Home run Gary Thomason. And it's 9-5. All right. Now here's Stanley. Let's see who can come up for him. Stanley may bat for himself only because of the reverse splits for Billingham. He will swing. With the way Billingham's card's built, I want to let Stanley bat for himself. May puts down the sign. I know 1978 logic, they wouldn't have done that, but I'm going to go modern logic. Billingham with the windup and the pitch. And that's a base hit. See, that's a base hit for Stanley again. He had that hit before. That's a double for Fred Stanley on the split 19. So Fred Stanley comes through. And the Yankees trying to build a comeback here. And here's the Moscow Garcia. Again, he should probably be taken out for a pinch hitter. Not sure who the better guy to hit here. 291 Garcia. I'll let Garcia's on base come through a little bit. See if they can do something. Garcia 1 for 2 with the walk. There is nobody out. Runner on second. Billingham from the stretch. Runner on second. Nobody out. Here's the pitch to Moscow. And ground ball up the middle. That would have been an injury. Wow. Ground ball hit toward Mankowski. Throws him out, and there's one away. Now here's Johnstone. So now the question is, do I not like Johnstone at all, which I don't. And now we'll bring a better lefty out, and that would be Roy White. So White will hit for Johnstone here. If I'm going to have a lefty out there, I want a lefty who can swing. He's hitting .246, 9 home runs, 26 runs batted in is Roy. Batting from the left-hand side. Runner on second, 1 out. Yankees down 9-5, being out hit 12-10. Billingham from the stretch. Here's a pitch to White. And that's going to be a fly ball to center. That should be out number 2. And that would be LaFleur. Makes the catch, and there's 2 away. With 2 outs in the 9th, here's the captain. He's 1 for 4 with a triple so far. Let's see if Munson can keep this alive. May puts down the sign. Billingham looks in. Gets it. Here it is from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Thurman. And could be a base hit. It is a base hit for Munson. He just gets it through the infield. as that'll be a big base hit. Stanley will go to third, has to stay there, and the Yankees got something going, and they're going to go to their bullpen. Billingham is tired, so let's see if who the Tigers go with as Greg Nettles comes up, 2 for 4, including his 4th home run in 2 days. The Tigers will go with Crawford. They'll go to Jim Crawford, 1-3, 11.44 ERA. My lips are savoring. And let's see how bad his card's going to look. I almost would rather see them go to Foucault if he can get somebody out. He doesn't have any saves either. On deck is Chambliss. Nettles a chance to get him closer. So here comes Nettles, 1st and 3rd, 2 outs. Crawford looking for a save. May puts down the sign. Crawford from the stretch. And the pitch. And that's a strikeout. And the Tigers win this ball game by the score of 9-5. The Yankees tried a little bit of magic at the end, but just could not get it in. So let's go ahead and do some fancy photography. Hang on one momento. Let me go ahead and zip this out to my AI newspaper here so I can have a kind of a peek at what they saw. And then we'll look at, I'm going to go ahead and preview you guys the box score. Been doing a little more of that with the software. I did it last night's game I played with it. So I'm going to go ahead and show you that. We'll go over that roster a little bit there, and then we'll see what more we need to do here. Let's see here. Here we go. Let's get you on. Let's get you onward here. So let's see what we need to do. Let's do this, do that. Let's get to the ball game. Here we go. Give me 1 second, folks, and I'll go ahead and might just be. Sorry, folks. Let me give me one second here. And let's see. What am I going to do? Let me add one. Let me see if I can add what I want here. Let me add what I want. Stats. Aha! I did it. All right, here we go, folks. Let me go ahead and show it to you. Let's go ahead and transition to that screen. There is your box score. So you guys, and looks like. All right, there you go. So that's 2 innings ago. Let's go over the box scores. You see it here, guys. So the Tigers, the 5 spot in the first. That was basically the big blow of the ball game. Yankees are running the first. Tigers are running the second. It was 6-1. Then the Yankees came back with 2 in the 6th on the Jackson home run. It was 6-3. Tigers got 2 in the 7th, made it 8-3, and then 9-3. Then Yankees came back and run the 8th, run in the 9th, making it 9-5. Home runs by Kemp is 9th. Nettles, the 17th, is 4th in 2 games. Jackson's 21st, and Gary Thomason hit his 6th. RBIs, Whitaker had 2. Staub had an RBI. Kemp has 4. May had 2. Nettles had 2. Now has 55. Wow. Never thought he had that many RBIs before. No, 55 cannot be right. That's not right, I don't think. Did he have that many RBIs already? Oh, yeah, I guess Jackson has 65, so that is correct. So Jackson has 2, he has 65. Thompson is his 29th. Let's look at the actual game stats. Whitaker, 3 for 4, 2 runs scored, 2 RBIs. Kemp, 3 for 5, runs scored, 4 RBIs. May, 3 for 5, 2 RBIs. Mankowski, 1 for 5. Tremmel, 1 for 4 in the RBI. For the Yankees, Munson had 2 hits. Nettles, 2 hits, including 2 RBIs in the home run. Chambliss, 2 for 4. And Stanley, 2 for 4. Messersmith went 5, 6 hits, 6 runs, 6, and he cooked the loss. Clay came in for an inning, then Lyle ate up 3 for the bullpen. Billingham went 8 2/3. Crawford came in and got a save, got the strikeout, and that was your ball game. Let's look at the final box score, ladies and gentlemen, see if there's anything else we'll need to show you this evening. Tomorrow, again, is doubleheader Sunday, so I will be here. I'm actually off, so that will play well. Looks like the Orioles came back and won again. Let's go back and look at the game notes here. and see what happened. Let's see. Red Sox won 6-4, 6-10-2. Orioles 4-9-1. It went 14 innings. Red Sox with 2 in the 14th. So the winning pitcher was Bergmeyer, losing pitcher was Martinez. Home runs by Lynn, Evans, and Elrod Hendricks. So the Red Sox got a game back. So that means in the standings, the Red Sox own an 8-game lead on the Yankees, 8.5 on the Orioles, 9 on the Brewers. Red Sox are 2 below actual real world. Yankees are 1 back of real world. So right now with an 8-game lead, Royals with a 6-game lead on the Rangers, Phillies a 1-game lead on Montreal, 3 on the Pirates, 9.5 on the Mets, while the Dodgers have a 6.5 on the Padres and 9 on the Giants. Again, just taking a peek at league leaders. Jim Rice, again, is in the top 10 in average. He's also league leaders in home runs with 25. Leads the American League with RBIs with 65, while Luzinski leads the majors in RBIs with 68. And he leads the National League with home runs with 23. And Luzinski is not in the top 10 in average, but thought maybe he was going to be battling for that. But Dave Parker has been in the look for being, he's 1, 2, he's third in the average, hitting .349, and he's also in the top 10 in home runs with 19, and he's also in the top 5 in RBIs with 62. So again, he's having another fantastic year, and this was an MVP season for the Cobra from Pittsburgh. Well, let's go ahead and give you some results. We'll give you the matchups. It's doubleheader Sunday. So tomorrow, Sunday, July the 2nd, it will be Dave Rozema and Ron Guidry. And then we'll go to Jim Slayton on the mound, taking on probably his major league debut, Dave Racich. And of course, something was happening in Memorial Stadium. The Red Sox and Orioles do not play for whatever reason, unless there was a rainout or something, and they're making it up as a part of a doubleheader the next time they play. Well, folks, I guess that should be all. I think I've kept you here long enough. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate everyone. Please like and subscribe if you haven't. I appreciate it. I will be back probably again tomorrow. Yeah, about playing right at odds right now. And that's with Martin Swoon coming, where he's going to lose it all and get fired and everything else. That's end of this month sometime. So that's a couple weeks of interesting baseball. Will I be able to keep Billy's job, or just say Bob Lemon's in charge? I mean, he's going to put together better lineups and teams will be playing for him. So we'll have some fun when that comes around. But this is July 1st. Tomorrow, July 2nd, doubleheader baseball will be here. So we'll talk to you later. Have a good night. Thank you for stopping in, and we'll see you again real soon.